Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So if it's your very first time being here, my name is Madonna. I am a Guyanese beauty content creator, and in today's video guys, I'm gonna give you guys a pink cut crease look, so make sure to keep on watching. So first I'm gonna start off by doing my brows. Normally I will just like take some powder, dust my brows, brush my brow hairs up and start to apply with brow pencil. So the brow pencil which I'm using is just like a regular brow pencil which I have purchased from a beauty store. So I'm just going to use that to fill in my brows. I will usually go light-handed at the beginning of my brows and much more heavier to the tail part of my brows. So to clean up my brows, I'm using the LA Girl concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. So I'm just going to use that to sculpt the bottom of my brows, not the top of my brows. So now I am prepping my eyelid for my eyeshadows. I'm using a concealer from Wet n Wild. I think that is in shade Peach, and I'm just going to blend this out and blend in the two shades on my lid. And to set that, I'm using this loose finisher powder from Maybelline, and this is in shade 25. For the eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Jamrock No Limitation palette, and this one is from Plain in Makeup by Yolanda. It's beautiful. So the first shade I'm using from the palette is called Nancy, and I'm just showing you guys the brush that I'll be using to pack the eyeshadows onto my lid. It's kind of like a small packing brush, and as I'm applying this eyeshadow, I'm also like carving out the shape which I'm working with. Yes, I'm just going to do that, and I'm also going to reapply as much as I needed to with this eyeshadow. And when I finish with that step, I'm just going to use the same brush to kind of like diffuse the line a bit, not too much. I'm just going to do that. So the second eyeshadow shade is the Jamrock palette, also from Plain in Makeup by Yolanda, and I'm using this pink shade on a pencil brush, and I'm going to start to apply that onto the first shade which I've applied to the outer part, and kind of like to blend in these two shades in together. And I'm blending in a circular motion. So after I finish blending out that, you could say like the transition shade, I'm going to reapply the first shade, because as you blend you tend to lose a bit of pigment. So I'm just going to reapply that. Now when I finish with that step, I go in with a bit more of a fluffier brush to help to diffuse and blend the lines out, because I really want to have like that smooth kind of blend onto my eyeshadows. So now I'm going to take an eyeliner brush and pack the first shade which I've applied, and just create a eyeliner kind of effect onto my eyes. So that's what I'm doing. I kind of like using my eyeshadows as well to give me that eyeliner type of effect. As I was applying the eyeliner, I said, you know what, let me go in and cut my crease before I complete my eyeliner look. My eyeliner, that's just going to make my work much more easier. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to cut that crease. Like, I'm not going too much into my eyeshadows, and then I'm just going to set my concealer with some setting powder before I go in and start to apply the eyeshadows onto my lid. So for my eyelid, I'm using this baby pink kind of eyeshadow from the Morphe palette. I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelid. And now I'm heading back to my eyeliner. As you guys could see, I did reapply the first shade which I've applied, and then I go in with this beautiful pink shade just to help to diffuse and blend the eyeshadows a bit more. I kind of wanted like a pink smoky eyeliner, so that is the vibes I was going for. When I finish with all of that, I go in with a wipe just to clean up that eyeliner a bit more, just to make it a bit much more sharper. So that is what I am doing. So now I'm heading into my face. So I did prep my face, I did moisturize and everything. So right now what you see I'm doing, I'm just taking some powder and apply that onto my face before I head in with my foundation. So my foundation which I'm using today is the Fit Me foundation, and this is in the shade 355 Coconut. And let me tell you, I love this foundation a lot. Like, I'm running out of it, so I'm gonna restock on that. I really do love this foundation. So I'm gonna apply this foundation using my finger, and then I'm gonna start to blend this out using the Real Techniques foundation brush. Okay, And when it comes to blending your foundation, it's best you like to tap your foundation into your skin. Yeah, apply foundation in a tapping motion, and it's gonna give you see what I'm talking about. Like, the foundation just match my skin perfectly, and I love that. For my concealer, I'm using the LA Girl concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. I'm just going to apply that like all over onto the bottom of my eyelid, and to give me much more highlighted under eye, I'm using the Wet n Wild concealer, and this is in the shade Rich Peach. So I'm just going to place that to the inner corner and also where I've applied my eyeliner. So for my contour, I'm using the Black Radiance. This is the not Black Radiance, it's the Black Opal. Yes, the Black Opal foundation stick, and this I'm gonna leave the name for this in the description box, just so anyone who are interested. And I'm gonna use this shade to contour my face with. Now I'm heading back in and started to blend out my contour. Yeah, so I'm just going to blend out my contour in a upward position and so on. And I love how this contour is not like giving me too much in depth. Like, contour is kind of a bit soft, and I don't mind. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to blend this out, and this is what it's giving. I was actually feeling myself. Okay, I love that. So I'm going to start to blend out my concealer, and I'm using a damp sponge to do so. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to blend her out. And yes, I know the tip of my sponge is gone. I leave my sponge out, leave it to dry. I wash my sponges and my brushes, leave it to dry, and kids. Okay, don't need any explanation, just kids. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to right now I'm trying to like get that concealer close up to the liner, just to make my liner pop a bit more and to give that sharpness. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to blend my concealer out with this sponge. When I finish with that, I go in and set my under eye area or all my highlighted areas with this loose finishing powder, and this powder is from Maybelline and it is in the shade 30. So I'm just going to apply that to set my under eye area and also the rest of my face where I would normally highlight my face. When it comes to setting my under eye areas and my highlighted areas in the whole, like, I'm not a girl who does bake. Okay, I prefer to press that powder in and make it go to work. So for my contour, I'm using the contour palette, and this is from Black Radiance, and this is in shade medium to dark. So I'm just going to set my contour and also using the middle shade to set the rest of my face. So that is what I'm doing now. So I'm using a palette to set my contour and also to set my face. For my blush, I'm using this blush. This is from Black Radiance. I think this is in the shade Rich Peach, and I love this blush a lot. I do. And I'm going to apply some of that also onto the bridge of my nose. And also love to go in back with the powder puff and goes in between over my highlighted and also a bit over my blush. So right now I'm kind of doing like a reverse contour. I'm just taking some of that powder which I've used to set my under eye area and just give myself like a bit of a reverse contour. So for my mascara, I'm using the Great Lash mascara, and this is from Maybelline. I'm going to apply that to the top and also to the bottom of my lashes. Okay guys, so once you reach this part of the video, like, please excuse my voice. I have a bit of a cold, so that's why I'm sounding like this. Okay, so this is how I'm looking like at this point. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna apply any fake lashes. Like, my real lashes is just doing enough for me, but I did went ahead and apply some lashes. But anyways, I'm gonna line my lips. That's my song, girl. Anyways, I'm gonna line my lips using the lip liner. This is from LA Girl, and this here is in the shade, I think it's dark brown. So I'm just going to outline my lip here with this pencil. And when I finish outlining my lip with this pencil, I'm also going to go in with a next shade of brown, and I'm just going to kind of like blend these two in, kind of like giving me a bit of an ombre kind of line on my lips. So I'm just going to blend these two lip liner in. And also for my lip gloss, I'm using the boho lip gloss from Morphe, and I'm just going to apply that onto my lip and also work that in to my lip liner. This lip gloss is a very beautiful soft kind of pink shade. You know, it could fall into the nude category, and I love this lip gloss. Using this lip gloss with also like a brown lip liner, and this is the finished look, guys. I love what it's giving. You know, if you're feeling this look, make sure that you leave your feedback in the comment section. Make sure that you also like and also hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.